Continuum asks the question of where is my nourishment right now? And at times, just resting and allowing ourselves to find deeper support within ourselves and from the earth is where the nourishment is. And other times, the nourishment is in the breathing that comes forward if we simply ask our breath what it would like and how it would like to nourish us in this moment. There are other times when the nourishment comes from hearing and feeling our own sound. So making some different kinds of sound that live outside of the parameters of language and feeling how the sensation of the sound can become a nutrient. And there are other times when our imaginal world blends with our movement world, our sound world, our breath world, our support world, and brings us to really lovely explorations that feel poetic in terms of how we are experiencing ourselves in this moment. So Continuum is a play of finding the nourishment as it wants to be found in this moment.
Continuum for me is a place to stop pretending that I'm an isolated individual, right? It's a place for me to not talk about the idea of oneness, but actually have the felt sense experience of connection to all of life. Right? It's a place for me to reclaim my fluidity rather than my rigidity. Right? It's a place where I get to play hide and seek with myself, really, my greater self. But I get to also play, like we spoke to, hide and seek with Eros. It's the expression of love through movement. Right? It's the expression of love through sensation. We're kind of taught, and what's modeled for us is that we get to experience self-love or interpersonal love, but that's kind of the extent of what we get to experience. But in Continuum, I find that there's a love that just exists as a base nourishment in the universe. And through the practice, I've learned, one is that it's always there, even if I'm driving my car or I'm not in a Continuum workshop or I'm in some other context. If I actually choose, if I've stepped away from being with that place, I now have the practice and the kind of repetitive practice, the capacity to for it to let come through. I'm not disconnecting myself from it. I have the choice.
Continuum is a way of learning how to be with the sensations and perceptions of my experience, to put a focus on the sensations as they move, understanding that they are information and that they are there to inform me if I can allow and listen to what those sensations are to me in that moment. Some sensations give me an impulse for movement. Sometimes the movement comes first and the sensation follows it. So movement as information, sensation as information. And from there, I can start to weave my experience and include certain thoughts as information and certain emotional tones as information.